And the funny thing is, I haven't seen any of it because I've just been playing zombies. I have not played the multiplayer in any capacity. I'm level 45 off of just playing zombies, and I just finished my first gun. Uh, the XM4 just got to level 48. Just got the gold. What's it called? Mystic Gold. Just unlocked Mystic Gold. So now I'm moving on to the uh, the AK. So this wasn't that hard, to be honest with you. It was pretty straightforward. It did take some time, to be honest. Seem a bit longer than normal, even though the challenges are easier this year than they normally are. But the grind seemed a little bit longer, and I haven't been able to play like I want to. Honestly, I want to play more, but I just don't have the time, obviously, because life. But uh, it wasn't that hard. It just took a while, but man, like I said, I'm enjoying the game. I'm enjoying zombies. There's a couple things, if I could, I would change with zombies. Um, just a few minor things though, like not minor, not major. Little more, little higher up than minor, but I've been also doing the augmentations. The augmentations are pretty dope. The only thing I would say though is I do feel like they kind of nerfed the perks and all that, just so when you start putting the augments on, you would feel stronger, I guess, if that makes sense. I feel like the perks are weaker than they normally are, just so you can feel a bigger difference with the upgrades. I don't know. Maybe I'm bugging, but I have been unlocking some. Almost done with Juggernaut. I got one more augmentation to unlock, and then I can move on to. After I'm done with Juggernaut, I might definitely probably do Speed Cola. This is the only thing though. Like, this is one of the things I would definitely change. I feel like you should be able to research one thing in each bracket or whatever, in each part. Like, you should be able to research one perk, one ammo mod, and one field upgrade at the same time, instead of having to choose one thing out of all this stuff. Like, I mean, it's kind of a lot. I mean, it's kind of a lot. And it does take some time with each one. I mean, if you played a lot, like you just played 8 hours a day or something like a job, yeah, then you could probably burn through this stuff. But I only play like maybe a round or two every other day, so it's taking me a while. But I feel like you should be able to research one thing from each tier. I don't know. Maybe that's just the casual in me, hopeful thinking. But once you do unlock these, they're kind of, the Juggernaut one. Um, the the augments are pretty good, to be honest with you. Like the effects of them are definitely notice them through the match. They do come in clutch every now and again. Other than that, the weapons do feel good. I'm about to start the AK, like I said. The wonder weapons, I haven't. The ray gun. Once you pack, I mean, it does tend to feel better, but it does drop off like most guns after a certain after a certain level. Oh, the ray gun could be a bit better. I have not gotten this yet. The Thrustodyne, I don't know, like why? I mean, but yeah, this is okay. The ability to freeze is kind of like hold the zombies in place for a little bit is a beast. The actual like projectile itself is whatever. I hope they come out with some more wonder weapons. I don't think we have to stick to the. To me, so I have played some zombies. I played a lot of zombies, especially Black Ops 3 zombies, but which is arguably the best one. Um, I don't think we have to hold to that formula here. I think we can have multiple wonder weapons, in my opinion. I mean, let's break away. I mean, they've broken away from so many of the older so much of the original formula of zombies anyway. Like, what? There's some things they hold on to. It's just odd to me. I feel like we could have multiple wonder weapons at this point. Like, I mean, just add them all. You know what I'm saying? Like, make it as fun as possible. I mean, that's what makes people want to play. If you want to increase the difficulty a bit, sure. I mean, you can do that. But we should definitely be. I feel like we should definitely be worried about the fun aspect. I mean, we should have way more wonder weapons. I've been unlocking some operators. I wouldn't say I don't care, but really it's only cosmetic, and I guess the voice acting that changes. In the original, obviously with the old school characters, I mean, it kind of was a bit more iconic, I guess you could say. Like the things they would say, the voice acting was, legendary, obviously. But here, I mean, I don't really think about it too much. It's kind of whatever. They look cool. I mean, for sure. Well put together. I mean, the animation, the graphics, all that stuff is. I mean, it looks dope. But I'm not invested too heavy. But maybe that's just issue with me. This dude I'm using now, I like the way he looks. It reminds me of Snake from oh my god, my brain is just dying. It's like 1 in the morning for me right now, but just got work actually. But anyway, Metal Gear Solid. Yeah, it reminds me of Snake from Metal Gear Solid. But man, the internet, the people have been losing their minds when it comes to this. I mean, I've been hearing, obviously skill-based matchmaking people are mad about. I'm gonna run a little match here. Skill-based matchmaking people are obviously upset about. Now I'm seeing stuff about skill-based damage. People are mad about the maps, the spawns, and I'm gonna be honest, it's so nice to be able to just not worry about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have a fun mode that I can play that takes me out of all that stuff, which is zombies. And that's what I'm so glad zombies is like in a good state right now. Like I said, it's not perfect, but it's definitely fun, and I feel like with time they could work on it more to get it better.
Team, this is Chief of Security Blanchard. Are you
But
for sore eyes? I've been
yeah, I think they should add more wonder weapons. That's the few things that I feel like they could do better.
Now that you're
I feel like this is so loud every time I'm doing this, and I got the volume like down. Let's turn it down to 20.
here, let's lock down that area.
But yeah, I feel like
Track body cams are
more wonder weapons, the research augmentations. You should be able to research multiple ones in different sections. I do feel like towards the later rounds, trying to exfil is like not impossible, but it's hard, man. Like, I did a round earlier that me and this dude, we were cooking, and we got to like level 31, I think it is, when you can exfil, because the other 2 people on our team just dropped out. And like I said, we were cooking. I mean, I think he had a wonder weapon. Like, we were moving, man. We were, we had the guns leveled up, all that good stuff, and we could not exfil. It was just like we got down to one, not a mangler, but the 3-headed dog, and that thing has so much health. We were just sitting there shooting it, and the time ran out. And me and him were both just like, what? So I think they could maybe tone that back a little bit, or give you more time, like a little bit of time to exfil. I mean, exfilling, they don't really explain it, or I haven't paid attention. In the Cold War, when you exfil, you got bonus ether crystals and a bunch of other stuff, so it was kind of like a big deal to exfil. In this, they don't really say if it is or it is. I don't know if you get bonus XP or bonus research XP, because they don't really tell you how much experience you get for the research per level, so it's kind of a mystery For me anyway, I haven't seen anything. Maybe it's there, I just haven't been paying attention, but they could, you know, work that out a bit more. Also, I don't know if they're going to be coming with future updates, but they need more perks, man. I you know, they added a new perk in the game, which is the melee one, which is weird. I haven't even used it. I used it once. I don't really get what it does, but maybe it gets better with when you upgrade it with the research. But they need, I feel like they should have all the perks here at this point. You know, if they're gonna start dropping perks in with seasons, I mean, why? Not old perks. If you want to do that with new perks, great. I'm all for that. Like, that's wonderful. New perks that comes with the seasons. But if you're gonna be giving me double tap on season 1 and, you know, Widow's Wine or whatever, and Cherry Fizz, I mean, to me that's just kind of lame, if I'm being honest. You know, using old perks that we've had for years as content for season releases. I mean, I feel like that's kind of lame. But also with the drops, like I said, later levels, I don't know if they do this as a difficulty thing, but I noticed like my salvage will just die off. Like, I won't be given any salvage once you get to like level 28. I feel like the salvage just stops. And then also the max ammos just disappear. You spend most of your money just re-getting ammo. I mean, there's strategies to that, but I don't know. You get max armor all the time, though. I noticed it always drops. But yeah, just things, that quality of life things, I feel like they could improve. But other than that, man, zombies is you know, zombies is fun, man. I'm having a lot of fun, like I said, playing this, and I feel kind of bad for the multiplayer people, man, because like I said, there's so many people just upset about the multiplayer, the maps, skill-based matchmaking, you know, the net code and skill-based damage and all this other stuff, you know, that I'm just, you know, kind of thankful that I can avoid that stuff until they hopefully polish it, you know. And also I had this, because I'm using the Game Pass, because I've had Game Pass for years, but obviously it's the first time COD's on a Game Pass, and so I had to make a new account because I couldn't figure out how to link it to my normal Call of Duty account. So even when I start playing multiplayer, I'm gonna be like bottom of the tier, bottom of the skill-based tier, so I can just be as casual as I want and not have to worry about super sweaty lobbies, which is amazing. So yeah, man, hopefully they manage to smooth out the multiplayer aspect of the game by the time I feel like I want to jump in there. I'm gonna level up my guns, like I said, in zombies, and get my camos here first, and then I'm gonna worry about that. See, now I gotta get ammo. Is the box in there? Nah, box over there. Let's buy some. Why not?
Oh, good. Going batshit in prison didn't affect my aim.
But yeah, man, you get challenge. I've been unlocking a bunch of challenges. Oh, the gumball. That's what the gobble gums. This is how you get the gobble gums. So after certain rounds, you randomly get a gobble gum, which is cool. Like I said in my last video, I'm not saying I want them to go back to where you can pay for essence and roll the gobble gum machine and get gobble gums that way. I mean, I don't know if I want that, but I do feel like it would be more engaging and more, I don't know, nostalgic if they went back to a similar system like Black Ops 3, where you had to, you know, collect essence after every round, went to the machine and you rolled for the packs and spend whatever amount of essence you wanted to get whatever tier of gobble gums you wanted. Now it's just completely random, which I don't know, it feels like it kind of takes you out of the use of them, because I know I've been playing with a few, random people, and after around 25 or 30, I've heard a lot of them say like, "Oh my man, I haven't used a single gobble gum." They keep forgetting they even have them. They're like, "Man, I don't use my gobble gums," and I feel like even if they were newer to zombies, I feel like they're not impactful enough for people to actually want to use them. Because I feel like if they were, fun and they did like some crazy stuff, or they were really good, people will keep them in mind more. But I feel like the effect of them is kind of too low that people are just like, whatever. I don't know how to fix it. Maybe more gobble gums, better gobble gums, change the system of how you get the gobble gums. Maybe that, and have people more engaged to where they remember to use them during the matches. But I honestly use them just because they're there. Like, I can go without using them. In Black Ops 2, not Black Ops 2, excuse me, Black Ops 3, they were kind of so beast and kind of so much fun that they were a part of your round, right? You didn't have to necessarily, but it was almost like, why would you not want to? You know what I mean? Unless you were trying to do some kind of personal challenge or something like that. But in this, it's like you can use them, but you don't have to. So I don't know if that's just because there's so many other things that help you do damage that it kind of makes the gobble gums not really necessary. I really don't think that's the case. I feel like in their original form that might kind of be the case here, but then they might just need to buff them or change, like I said, maybe change the way that you get them. And I was talking about before, damn, that was fast. How people don't want to buy doors, dude. That was literally happened in my last game when I played with some people. We were in the front part of the round until probably almost 10. Now, people used to do that in I can't remember the name, the theater, as a challenge. If you stayed in the theater for a certain amount of time, a certain amount of rounds, you get a challenge. I don't know if they have that here, but I don't think they were trying to go for a challenge. They literally just did not want to pay for the doors, which is odd because you don't have to pay for the entire door. You can literally pay for half the door.
Now there's literally nothing.
And that way, people share the burden of the doors, and everyone can still keep up and not be behind. It's just so odd. I don't. But it's kind of cool. It's kind of funny and nostalgic to see that it's still in the game from the classic zombies. It definitely was in Cold War too. I'll be honest, I forgot. People did not buy doors in Cold War either. Pack.
This is mutually assured destruction. I'm making it extra mutual.
They got these crystals, but they never drop anything of any importance. That they drop some salvage, maybe some grenades. Like, I've never hit the crystal and like a wonder weapon popped out or something like that. Like, alright, let's do that. I need to get Jug so we can open this. Also, another big thing I think they need to balance is the way the zombies despawn is just crazy. Like, if you lose, I feel like you hit the corner and they lose sight of you, they would immediately spawn behind you. See, it's in the later rounds, round 30, round 40, it's so annoying, dude.
My favorite egghead. Not just book smart, but street smart.
like the manglers and the abominations or whatever they're called, would literally despawn as soon as they lose sight of you, and then you turn around and they're just right behind you. It's like, dude, please just
See that one's head pop off? Don't let it escape.
let me train. I want to train zombies. If I'm running and they lose sight, that's okay. They could just find me. They could know where I am. They know where I am all the time. I just don't. The way they despawn zombies is too aggressive. I think they do that because maybe because the maps are so big compared to other Call of Duties. I mean, there was a lot of huge maps in Black Ops 3 too. I mean, the Rising Drac. I mean, so much other stuff like. And maybe there were the same amount of aggression back then, but here is this just too much.
If you kicked me in the balls right now, I wouldn't even feel it.
That's why I don't like. It's this giant map, but you find yourself not really leaving a certain part of it, because if you do, if you run around too much, you mess yourself up, because zombies will just spawn directly behind you, and you'll be trying to backpedal and you'll have zombies behind you and you go down. But with the Juggernaut perk, they have a augment that mitigates back damage. The only downside is your armor won't, I believe your armor won't help you for anything that hits you to the front. Also, they have that glitch. It was the same way in Cold War, where you walk over stuff and you just don't pick them up. It's so annoying.
Oh yeah, my fingers are already twitching.
I should have got stam up because I've fully researched that. So you usually want to get the perks that you've researched full, because obviously they'll be more helpful for you. But since it was right here, I just went ahead and grabbed it. It's definitely a crutch. I normally only get like 4 perks. The other ones you can kind of go without. I mean, you need Jug, you need Speed Cola, Stam Up, and Quick Revive. And that's it, really. Like, I don't really know. I mean, Elemental Pop. Again, I don't know. It's because it's not been. Maybe I haven't researched it enough. But just as it is, it's not great. It was way better in Cold War. Same thing with the ammo mods. I just feel like they don't. Like they don't. That would have spread to, like, if this was Cold War, that would have took out almost all those zombies. Not took them out, but at least damaged a bunch of them. In this one, it damages the one you shoot and maybe a couple more, and that's it. I just feel like they shouldn't have nerfed the initial perks and the initial perks and ammo mods, just so when you start researching them, they would feel better, like feel normal, really. And that's kind of a bummer. Like, just make them the way that, you know, if they're OP, or I mean, if the design of them is good, then it's good, it's fine. Then the research is gonna make it feel amazing, and that way you feel like the time you put into researching them was worth it. Now I feel like you're just trying to get even. You're doing all the research stuff just so they would feel normal.
I want an exfil and a vodka, not necessarily in that order.
Roger that. Bird headed your way.
LZ is hot. LZ is hot. Clean house down there.
I have no ammo as usual. Yeah, a minute, maybe a minute and a half is just like not enough time to exfil.
Extraction point in sight.
Why am I stuck?
Two in the chest, one on the head. Spoiler, the head's all you need.
30 seconds, Alpha.
Look at level 11. I really almost didn't make it.
All aboard.
Like I was running out of time. Yeah, I just think they need to tune it a little bit. It's a little too aggressive. They just need to give you a little bit more time. I feel like 2 minutes 30 seconds is plenty of time. Like if you don't exfil, it's because you messed up in some way. But in this, I feel like you can legitimately just not do it. Even if you have like, you know, Pack Punch 3, you know, legendary rarity on your gun. You have some kill streaks. You have the monkeys, and you could still not do it in time. But other than that, other than those negatives, those light negatives, zombies I feel like can only get better. It can only get better. You know, they put some, you know, another map, start getting a couple more maps, some more, you know, tune those things I talked about and stuff like that, man. And this will be, we'll be in for a good year, man, with the zombies, man. I'm telling you. As far as the multiplayer goes, again, if I just completely skip this multiplayer this year, it wouldn't be the first time. There's definitely other Call of Duties that I skipped the multiplayer because it just didn't look fun to me. But if I have to skip this one, I mean, I will. But like I said, this is a new account anyway, so most of the gripes I've been hearing about, I probably won't experience anyway, because I'll be, like I said, I'll be at the bottom of the skill-based tier bracket, and I would purposefully not do well to keep me there, to be honest with you. So when I did get the urge to hop in a game or two, it'll be smooth sailing. But man, all those people out there, you know, if you have been playing the multiplayer and you've been seeing a lot of the YouTubes, you know, talking about the maps, the spawns, skill-based matchmaking, and all this other stuff, if you experienced that yourself, man, put it down there in the comments. And with that being said, I hope to see you guys in the next video. Peace.